Hello once again, everybody. We're visiting with Matt Sullivan at the Gwynne Center at Farm Science Review. Matt, we talk so much about the exhibit area and the crop demonstrations, and oftentimes even people that come and see all that don't have enough time to come to the Gwynne Center, the conservation heartbeat of what goes on in research here at the review. And that doesn't stop this year as well.
That's right. We have a lot of programs going on. I mean, even the pond behind us is a backdrop for, we're going to have fly fishing demonstrations this year. This is the first in a while. We're also going to have electrofishing, where the EPA is going to come in and do some demonstrations and being able to show us a different type of fish. It's in Deer Creek here. And so along with that, there's going to be probably 60 presentations on prairies, wildlife, tree ID, you name it. If it deals with conservation, it's going to be here at the Gwynne Conservation area.
And I understand there's going to be some planting done.
Yes, so we've got some new plantings in our prairie, and so folks will be able to see some new forages that are being put in. We have a new plot that's out by the road. So what you need to do is hop on a shuttle, head toward field demos. Instead of getting off on the right side of the wagon, hop off on the left side of the wagon and come over to the Gwynne Conservation area.
Well, you have, in addition to the Extension Service that's supplying teachers, for people that are wanting to know all kinds of things, the teachers, there's also the soil and water people that are over here in this area as well. And, if you tried to list everything that was here, you'd run out of paper, I think.
Right. We have exhibitors over here as well. Aqueduct will be here with a fountain in the pond showing us how to aerate ponds correctly. Like you said, USDA, the Soil and Water Conservation Districts, the EPA. There's a lot of folks here that can provide really good guidance on how to keep your conservation area looking great. Now, you could also learn how to turn your yard into a conservation area. You can learn that here as well. So it doesn't have to be just crazy looking wildlife or anything. You can learn how to convert grass into conservation.
And you have some tiny wildlife over here as well. I like to sort of buzz around.
Yeah, we do have a few small bees flying around us, and so we have about 20 different hives here. And so the OSU is doing some research on them, but it's also a demonstration for our prairies, for folks to be able to see how bees interact with the different types of flowers in the prairie.
I understand too that the flower needn't necessarily be from a plant that you would call the whole plant a flower. It could also come from a weed, and that's also something that's advantageous. Some people might not know that.
Yeah, so for example, the milkweed. Us as farmers kind of look at it as, well, there's another weed in our field. But there's a lot of good uses for the milkweed, the monarch butterfly, the honeybee, and so we do have a few what we would call weeds, but they're conservation plants that can go back and forth. And it's a good mix here that we can see in the conservation area.
Now, does the conservation area do anything with the honey that's produced?
We eat it. Yeah, so it's kind of a, if you want to call it a sharecropping type of thing. They harvest the honey, and we get some of it to eat and to give away to our favorite people.
Of course, if a person has allergies, eating honey that's made from the flowers and plants that cause those allergies actually is something that is very healthy and something wise to do.
Yeah, I'm not as well versed on that maybe as you are, but that's the neat thing about having a conservation area. You can learn about those unique tips that you just talked about and be able to replicate those in your own backyard or on your own farm. And so that's what's really cool about this area is you can start to gather those really good ideas and take them back and use them on your own property.
Now, in years past, I remember the tents that would be set up that are very educational. Maybe bales of straw here and there that you have a good place to sit. If it's a sunny day, you're under shade inside those tents. And my gosh, it's so easy just to be a sponge and just soak up all the information that's being given.
That's right. We'll have probably, I know at least 3 amphitheaters, probably 4 here, where you can sit down, take a break, bring some water with you, and just learn about all the great activities that are going on over here. Like we talked about, all the programs that are presented here are in our show program. They're on the app. They'll be on the website. So you'll know what to expect when you get over here. Usually the programs start around 9:30 in the morning, and they usually end at about 3. So you have some time to be in the exhibit area. Come over here, spend an hour or two where you want to listen, and then either head to the field demos or head back to the exhibit area. This is one of the hidden gems of Farm Science U that a lot of people don't know about, and it's well worth the visit.
Well, the shuttles keep running. How often do the shuttles run?
They run continuously, and we have about 12 different shuttles. So if you were to come over and hear a program, you could probably get it all done in an hour. So it's not like you have to wait in line and wait on a shuttle or anything like that. They're running continuously in the morning throughout the entire day. So we're all about customer service. We want to make sure that you can get to the Gwynne Conservation and get back. And that's what we want to do and you'll get to see some of the latest tractors pulling those shuttle wagons too.
And you also can see what the schedule is going to be for that whole day by just getting a program.
Yep, so grab a program. The programs will be in Ohio Farmer this year like they always have been. Like I said, we'll be on the app and on the website. And so again, it's September 20th, 21st, and 22nd. Come spend all 3 days with us. We'll be here.
Matt Sullivan has been our guest. Matt, thanks for being with us.
Thank you, Gary.
And stay with us, back with more right after this.